Hello, long time no see. The last 3 to 4 months have been absolutely crazy, so I'm really excited to get back into things and do my first video in a while and see you all again. So I wanted to do a video on how to reset for 2022 so we can clear up the rest of this year and start fresh for next year and continue to evolve and grow as people with a clear head, basically. So just tidying up all those extra little things in our life. So I'm going to be going through a list with you later in this video of like a little checklist of things that you can do to help yourself out. So what's a little update on my life, what's been happening since my last video. So during the year I went about 5 months with only 10 hours a week of work or less. So I was on extremely low income in another country, couldn't get government help during COVID or anything. But I had all the time in the world to heal and to have time to myself and like rest for the first time in ages. So that was really good and essential, I think. Yeah, and I went from having no work basically to 2 jobs plus DJing plus my business to take care of. I remember in my last video, I'm pretty sure I did mention that I wanted to get more into DJing, and since then I have saved up for this whole year and just bought my own DJ decks, and I've been getting weekly gigs at a restaurant / bar. Plus I played twice recently, which is a 4-hour drive away for like a big gig, and I got asked to DJ for New Year's. So all of that stuff is going really, really good. In terms of my business, there's like the YouTube podcasting to take care of, plus all my content that I do for brands or for social media, all that sort of thing. Been editing videos for my 8-week program, Beautiful Body Blitz. One of the videos in itself took 10 hours. So the stuff isn't just something that you can just do really fast. It does take a lot of time and effort and planning. So my 8-week program's all up and running now, so that's a huge weight lifted off my chest. Plus last night at like 10 p.m. I just finished catching up on 3 to 4 months worth of accounting reconciliation. Fun. So everything is starting to fall back into place after coming off this huge period of pretty bad burnout, I would say. Now I've got to move house right before Christmas, so that's another big stress, trying to pack up my whole room and travel and do all that kind of thing, and obviously set up, and it just makes you feel uneasy because everything's not in its spot and everything. So that basically just got confirmed last night that I'll be moving. I'm looking forward to getting back into my nutrition and cooking, because during this really busy period that's kind of taken a back burner too. I haven't had the mental capacity to even think about what to cook, or different changes in my appetite. I'll cook something then not even want it, or just struggling with time in general. I'm looking forward to getting back into my nutrition and meal planning. It's been very, very difficult with such a crazy schedule that I haven't had the time or mental capacity or energy to do it. So I've just been throwing together like fast random stuff, but not as nutrient dense as I used to be or as I'd like to be. So I'm looking forward to getting back into like treating food as my fuel and increasing my energy levels. To help manage this burnout, I will be quitting one of my jobs so that I can kind of just bring things back to normal and back into balance. And I'm very, very excited about getting a new job starting next year in January. So I'll put a photo of her up here. So I'm like nearly crying. Okay, I'm going to be coaching this girl's clients. Oh my god, I'm so excited. So I can choose my work schedule, I can choose my workload, tell them how many hours I want a week. I can set my own calendar at the start of the week, and I'll be basically calling her clients to check on them, give them motivation, give them tips, help them with their nutrition and training programs, offer supplement advice. So this is like exactly what I need to be doing. I'm so excited, and I can work from anywhere in the world. So I really think this is like the way of the future. But just after this period of just wake up, work, all the travel, all the packing your lunch, I'm really excited to be working from home a lot more on my business and for her. So that's super exciting. I just can't believe it. And last but not least, I also have another bodybuilding show coming up, my second one, which I've given myself more than 6 weeks this time, which is good. So I'm meant to have been tracking my food this whole time, and I've probably tracked like a few weeks worth in total, so I'm not very good on that behalf. Usually for dinners I just chuck a bunch of random stuff in the pan, whatever I feel like, and then I'm like, oh no, how many serves is that? Like, I don't know how much stuff I put in there. I just chuck it in, so I kind of like estimate, but I'm not that good at tracking food. So leading up to the show, I'm gonna really have to get on top of that and get on top of my fitness program, take this really seriously, and then leading up to the show I have to find a new bikini, costume, posing, gown, all that kind of thing. So a lot of stuff to organize, a lot of stuff coming together, a lot of big life changes with moving house, new job, new schedule, everything like that. But I'm very happy and excited for 22 and hope it'll be better than the last 2 years. So my plans for today, so I've already had the Zoom meeting at 7 a.m. I'm just going to go up, make coffee. I don't usually feel hungry straight away, so I'll eat just at some stage during the morning, and I've got a PT session, so I'll take you along with me for that, hopefully get a couple of videos. And then I'll walk my dog at some stage today. Then I'm just catching up on business admin. So I'll go through my little tips and tricks to help you reset for the new year. And yeah, just show you a bit of what I get up to in a day of life. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you like what you see already, or if you like my channel, then hit like and subscribe. I'd love to have you on board and take you on my journey and share my knowledge about nutrition and share my business life and everything with you. So I'm very excited and happy to have you on board. And I'm just having some leftover dinner from last night for breakfast. So this is chickpea pasta with a vegan cheesy sauce, great breakfast. Some seasoning and pumpkin seeds. I always add pumpkin seeds to my food. They're great for protein, great for healthy fat. So that is that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm all finished my gym session. So this afternoon, just have to put the sheets in my bed, clean up my room a bit because I washed all my bedding and stuff. And then once a month, I actually do a financial review. So it's a little bit into December now, but usually I try to do it on the first day of the month kind of thing. So I just go through all my bank statements, my all my different cards in Australia and New Zealand, business, like personal account, business account and stuff, and put it all into an Excel sheet, and I just track my expenses. So I don't do budgeting or anything because everything changes every month. Sometimes I only buy clothes like twice a year. Sometimes your car things pop up. Like, I don't live by a budget, but at least it just gives mindfulness kind of thing. So if you see like you spent a lot of money on groceries or dining out that was like a bit unnecessary, then at least you can just be mindful of it for the next month. So I have a pretty chill way of doing it. It kind of does take a while to do, like a couple of hours I'd say, but it's definitely worth it because it helps you manage your finances and see where everything's going. So that's pretty helpful. So I'll just do that for the afternoon and then take my dog for a walk. I'm going to give you a little bit of an insight into this actually, because some people might be interested. So at the top, I'm not going to scroll up obviously, but I've got my different income. So I've got the income from my business, the health store I work at, a nightclub, DJing, any other extra income.
And then with my expenses, I've got rent and bills, so phone bills, power, all that kind of thing, different debt payments. This is just like the start, obviously not the whole month's worth. And then petrol, vehicle maintenance, healthcare and gym, so that includes chiropractor, it includes my coach, it includes the gym payments, any supplements that I may buy, the supermarket. And I've separated supermarket, dining out and takeaways because they all mean different things. So we obviously need food from the supermarket, but it's important not to go overboard. But it is like a priority of mine to have healthy food in the pantry. Dining out's a bit different because it's like having experiences with friends and stuff, so it's a bit like entertainment and connecting with people, so it can be special times as long as you don't go overboard. And then takeaways and coffee, they're pretty much unnecessary. I try to only get takeaways a couple times a month, but it's usually if I'm unorganized, I'll get things on the go, and that's when things start to really add up. And then leisure and travel, that's like a music gig, like a concert ticket that I just bought for entertainment. Beauty, that was my haircut, so if I get like my nails done or my hair, or if I buy any makeup or anything like that. And then clothes, random and home, self-investment, so whether I'm getting like coaching or paying for further education, and gifts for people. And then others or pets, like if I buy chicken feed or random stuff that doesn't really have a category. Then I've got stuff for my business as well, like groceries, that's if I was doing recipes and stuff, entertainment, like if I'm dining out, subscriptions and software, like paying for my website, paying for royalty-free music, paying for my email software, paying for my accounting software, advertising, and then anything other. So I put it all into here first, and then I just like do that, and then do auto sum, and then you just highlight it, and then I just copy those amounts into the other screen. So yeah, that's how I do my budgeting. I take my dog walking through a beautiful forest, and there's like a little river going through there, so she goes in and has a drink, and there's a cute little bridge going through to it, which is so cute. Hey sweetheart, come on. And it's just so nice, like connecting with nature and stuff. It's really grounding, really good for my mental health. And yeah, it's like my favorite walk. I always feel so good after. So this is my little nourish bowl for lunch. It's quite good cooking for YouTube because it makes me put in a bit more effort into my nutrition and stuff. But I've just got some beetroot that I've cut up, some avocado, tiny bit of turmeric cauliflower sauerkraut, some pumpkin seeds, bit of pesto, and I just fried some tofu in the pan with a little bit of coconut aminos, which is like a lower sodium version of soy sauce, and a tiny bit of spicy satay. So finally get into the good part of the video. After lunch, you've got to remember to have a little bit of chocolate because we need to have some treats and balance, so you don't have to give up chocolate if you want to be healthy. Okay, so 10 ways that we can reset for the new year. Number 1 is clean up all of your computer files, your email inbox, and cull down people you follow on social media so that it's a positive and inspiring place. Lots of people always get caught up in this whole social media thing, and that's detrimental to their mental health, and they lose their body confidence, and they're always comparing their lives to others. But honestly, for me, it's such a positive and inspiring place. I'm probably a bit too addicted to it. But the people I follow, if they're doing better than me in fitness or in business, or they're killing things in life, I just use it as inspiration because I'm confident in myself enough to know that I'm on the right path, and I can look at those things in a positive way instead of getting depressed about it or feeling self-conscious or anything. So to me, it's a really positive and inspiring place, always getting good ideas for food, learning different things about nutrition, or getting good reminders about mental health. So the people that I follow, I find are really good. So just have a cull down if you find it not to be a positive place. Just cull down who you follow and what you consume and everything so that it's not so detrimental.
And in terms of your computer files and stuff, like my hard drive's been broken for ages, so I just went out and bought a new hard drive, so I need to transfer all my stuff onto there, go through all my files, or go through all the notes on my phone, get to the bottom of my email list, so it's like only the essential stuff in there, just like have a clear out of all your technology basically. Number 2 is clean out your pantry and fridge and make meals out of leftover or random ingredients. So this is a pretty good idea. So instead of just spending all this money on groceries, see if you can cull everything right down and use all the extra random bits. And it's a good way to save money and food wastage as well, so that things don't go off. Number 3 is clean out your home and wardrobe, sell or donate unwanted or unused items. I really love doing this. I live quite a minimalist lifestyle, so it feels good. Like, it helps with decision fatigue and like just having all this random crap around. At least you know you use your stuff all the time. I do this a few times a year, but it's a good reminder at the end of the year to go through everything. And yeah, just take it to charity or give clothes that are still new or maybe they don't fit you quite right, give it to your friends or someone in need. So it's a really good feeling to do all that. Number 4 is to write down everything you've achieved this year. It's a really good task to do, to just go over all the good things. And sometimes you feel like you're not as far ahead in life as you'd like to be by that age you are. I definitely had a meltdown when I turned 25, but it's good just to be reminded of the good things and the things you did achieve and the things that did go right. Envision what you want 2022 to look like if you grew into your next level self. So I've been thinking about this a lot lately as well. I did treat myself to some clothes on Black Friday sales, and I don't usually like go on shopping sprees or anything, but it's stuff that I've had on my mind for ages, so it's kind of worth it to wait till there's a sale on. And I bought myself some dresses, and I just live in gym clothes every day, so I'm like, oh my god, why did I buy these dresses? This is when they were still getting posted out to me, and I'm like, oh my god, I shouldn't be shopping like that, and felt a bit guilty about spending the money. And then when they arrived, I just felt so happy because I never dress up or wear anything like that, and I felt really professional and like really smart. And I don't know, like I'll just wear that on a day where I want to be performing at my peak, like on my business or in my professional career, if that makes sense. So in all these different ways, think about your next level self. How would your next level self fuel their body, or how would they utilize the time in their day, and all those different things. So it's always about trying to up level and grow as a person. Catch up with friends or family you haven't seen in a while. So if you are living in different countries, just have a phone call, try to catch up with people regularly. Or there are some friends, even of mine, I'm like, oh yeah, I really need to call that person, and it's been quite a while, honestly. So use this time to kind of make a list of people you really want to catch up with, and when you can see them again in person, it's going to be even better. Do any odd jobs you find boring? For me, this is like doing that thing of transferring all the files to the computer, and even organizing my DJ music and stuff, of like got to put them all into different categories and folders. And yeah, I was just doing all my accounts and like all this kind of boring stuff that is like, you don't feel productive, but it's just like all these niggly things that are in the back of your head. So if you can manage to clear some of that stuff out over the end of year break or start of next year, like it'll at least help feel like you're starting fresh again. Get your to-do list down to a minimum. I use a few different bits of software and stuff to organize my life. So I use Google Calendar with all my appointments and my work and all the important things that I've got to remember. I put reminders in there, like check the oil on my car, send my monthly email newsletter, do my financial review, all that kind of stuff. And then I've got my to-do list for random tasks that pop into my head, which really helps not forget anything. But some of it's like ideas way for the future, or for some of it's stuff that you can get done pretty fast. So just go through your to-do list and tick off as much stuff as you can when you've got some time off, like after you've had a bit of a break and everything as well. I also use Notion, which is quite good to categorize different things. So I've got all these different lists of, I don't know, like notes. It's kind of like a way to organize your brain. So all these different categories of things, I've got lots of notes and stuff in there as well. And I put notes down on my phone and notes down on the computer. So just go through all the stuff to like delete anything that's no longer necessary. Take some time out for yourself to do things that make you happy, such as baking cookies or baking in the sun. I haven't even been to the beach for months because I've just been working non-stop, but taking time out for me, it is walking my dog and listening to a podcast and going to nature, but I haven't really done much outside of that. So I'm really looking forward to summer. Well, it's already summer, it's bloody hot here, it's like 31 degrees. But I'm looking forward to a few days off so I can just have some time to myself, and after I move house, like set up my room and just kind of get into a new headspace and have some time to actually chill out, do a bit of tanning, like catch up with friends, and yeah, do all the stuff that I haven't been able to do for ages. Buy yourself a treat as an end of year present if there's something that's been on your mind for a while, or take yourself on an adventure. I'm always one to feel guilty, like I never spend money on myself or for non-essential items. I buy food, I buy supplements, or like I've just started getting remedial massages and dry needling for my health, but I never like buy things that aren't necessary. But recently I did buy those DJ decks, and it's been a really good investment. So now if I get booked, it's not like, oh, I don't have equipment to practice on, or there's no equipment at the gig, so how is this going to work? Like, it's really an investment in my career and like this different pathway that I want to do. I'm buying those dresses, and I bought some new workout gear on Black Friday sales also because I wanted some more stuff with like shorts and stuff, so I made the most of the sale. But yeah, I'm so used to feeling guilty for things that aren't important or essential, so it's really nice just to buy yourself a little treat. Not like, it's not good to do mindless spending, that's something that we all need to work on, but if it's something that's really special to you and it's going to bring you joy, and if you don't want to accumulate any more physical items, then going on an adventure, like having a date day as a family or with your partner or kids, or even just a solo day by yourself and doing something a bit out of the ordinary, going rock climbing or going on a cool hike or going to a theme park or something. It's just nice to give yourself a little bit of a treat to wrap up the year. So that is everything. I'm going to wrap up this video now. I've got to drop one carload of stuff to the next city over to prepare moving house because I'm going to be busy as hell in the next 2 weeks. On top of that, now I've got to get a crown done on my tooth at the dentist before Christmas in the next 2 weeks too. Plus moving house, all the jobs, all the stuff. So it's a lot at the moment. But I've got a business owners meeting tonight in the next city over, so that will be a few hours, and then I'll come back and probably just go to sleep straight away or pack my bags for tomorrow. So that is everything. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to follow my journey and connect on here, and if you love life, business and nutrition tips. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I post daily at CassieAmber with 2 underscores. So yeah, hope you have a wonderful Christmas, holidays and New Year, and wrap up the year like in a really positive way, and take some time out for self-care. I really appreciate you watching my little video, so thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.